Taking a look now around the state at some of the impacts from this weekend storm. Tonight, Central Maine Power is reporting nearly 300 customers are still in the dark. Versant says it has a little more than 1,300 customers still without electricity. Meanwhile, Eastern Maine Electric Cooperative is reporting that it's resolved all of its outages. So tens of millions of people are traveling this weekend with Christmas just days away, but weather could complicate plans.
Weather is adding to the challenge with more than 120 million Americans expected to travel this holiday, from rain and snow in the Northeast to snow in the Midwest and strong winds out west.
Yeah, and FlightAware has reported thousands of delays nationwide. Meanwhile, for drivers, AAA warns travel times could double during peak hours. So Dana, do you think we'll have some of those troubles here? I know we might have a white Christmas.
Yes, so we're actually having two storms that are sort of bookending Christmas. We have a little bit of some snow, a clipper system that will come in before. That's what might give us that white Christmas. And then we have another system that's a little bit trickier that comes after Christmas, but that might affect some of the weekend travel that would be going on there. But for today, it was another windy day across the state. Winds came out of a different direction today, out of the northwest, which is usually better in terms of power outages, but it is still windy. A couple spots gusted to over 30 miles per hour, gusted to 40. Today in Portland, gusted to 39 miles per hour. In Bangor, gusted to 39 miles per hour as well in Rangeley. But if you thought it was a little warmer today, you would be correct. Our high temperatures got into the 40s for a good bit of southern Maine. Areas of northern Maine got into the 30s. We hit 45 in Portland today, 46 in Sanford, 43 for a high today in Bangor. So we had a front that was passing through. It did bring a couple of snow squalls throughout the state earlier, but right now it's a little bit calmer, and it's going to get significantly colder as we get into the overnight and into the day tomorrow. It's still going to be a bit breezy, not as windy as it was today, but because it's going to be colder, our wind chills during the day tomorrow are going to start out in the single digits and really top out in the teens. So it's certainly going to be another one of those very chilly, very February-like days tomorrow. But besides that, it is going to be fairly calm. So during the day tomorrow will be a little bit breezy, but we'll have a mixture of sun and clouds, some more sunshine in areas closer to the coastline, some more clouds in areas of northern Maine. But then we have some snow to talk about in the forecast, and that comes in on Tuesday. So we'll look at one of the models we have here. It starts bringing in some of those snow showers about 4 p.m. on Tuesday, and then continues to bring them across the state during the overnight hours on Tuesday into Wednesday. And right now it looks like for most of us it will be light to moderate snow. However, we're looking at the possibility of a northern trough setting up with this system, and essentially it will give us an axis of heaviest snowfall, likely areas closer to the coast and in southern to central Maine, but nailing down exactly where that trough is going to set up could be a little bit tricky. So some of that snow will last into the morning hours on Christmas Eve, but by midday and the second half of the day, that system will move out to our south and will be a little bit calmer for the travel. I did want to note here, though, that one of our other models, the GFS, does bring this system in a lot later in the very late hours on Tuesday. Here has the snow starting at 9 p.m. It does follow a very similar structure, but that does mean it lasts a little bit longer into the day on Wednesday, so that is something that we'll keep working on with the exact timing of that system. But here's a first look at our snowfall forecast. So it looks like areas of northern Maine and then back into areas of New Hampshire and Vermont looking at about coating to 2 inches. And then in this blue color here, we're looking at a widespread 2 to 4. But I did mention that trough setting up behind this system. Therefore, we might see locally higher amounts, especially in an area like from the Lakes region to the Capital region. Over the next few days, we'll try to nail down exactly where those locally higher totals would be. But here's a first look at our snowfall forecast for Tuesday into Wednesday. Marine forecast sees 3 to 6 feet. That gale warning in effect. Water temperature is 45 degrees. And I also wanted to point out that today is the winter solstice. So if you noticed on our almanac, it means our daylight hours have gone back to increasing. So today was the day with the shortest daylight hours, I should say, and it's certainly going to feel like winter as we get into the day tomorrow. And Sam, because of this system, we have Tuesday into Wednesday. It looks like, at least right now, that most of Maine will be seeing a white Christmas.
All right, I can't wait.
I think it'll be very exciting. I like the holiday spirit of it.
For sure. Thank you, Dana.